obviously a tough loss at home. What did you think of your team's performance tonight?
Well, the first half was a great start to the game in getting into areas. We're missing the final pass or the final cross for large periods of the first half. We started to find that in the last 10, 12, but we took over the last 10, 12 minutes of the first half. Then we were just missing the touch, the finish, the piece of quality. And goals change games, and watching us after the goal obviously shows that we've got a good amount of work to do, and it was disappointing to concede the goal in the way we did as well. It's the second time where in 2 games where a set piece has found its way in the back of the net, second, third balls bouncing around. It's an area that we're strong, it's an area that we're very good at, and we're normally a team that takes advantage. That goal changed the game, and we start scrambling and move away and trying to occupy and take advantage of some spaces, different spaces, and changing shape and making player changes. And unfortunately, we didn't ever land on the same page tonight, offensively, unfortunately. And it's been a while since we've had a team sit in after getting a lead, and it was a new look for us to deal with, and starts with me. Didn't deal with it that well. A nice wake-up call for us to know we want to improve and want to get better. There was going to be maybe one goal in this game, maybe 2 if we're lucky, and it should have been us being the home team. But credit to Seattle. I thought they came in and did a very professional job of nullifying us and grabbing a goal out of nothing.
Was there a sense that maybe halftime came a little bit too soon, and was there things that you might be able to do better to keep that momentum going at the beginning of the second half?
I wish the first half was a bit longer, yeah. I think we really got going there the last 5-10. But we came in and we got an opportunity to highlight the areas that were making us successful to keep them going. I thought we were just getting into our stride in the second half and going towards that end and going towards the best fans. It's always lively and sucker punch us there, and then we start chasing. So the game turned into a game where we had to have good relationships, good connections, and good quality, and that's the last thing we're probably going to have tonight with players and new players coming back in from different systems. It's great to have quality and experience, but it's crying out for good relationships and connections, and that starts with me and making sure that we get to work this week and make in the central and the final third how to move people, how to break people down to create chances. It got to the point in the end where we obviously got desperate because it wasn't happening, and we wanted to get that ball in the box and try to force something as the relationships weren't there that normally are. But credit to Seattle, well, they did well, especially that last 15-20. As we started to put some pressure, they nullified us to 1 or 2 half chances.
Seattle's defense obviously been excellent this year. I wonder if you can speak to the way that they were performing, and maybe are you concerned at all about your team's ability to sort of break down set defenses?
I wouldn't say concern. I mean, tonight we struggled. I wouldn't say concern. I don't think that's been against Utah. I felt like we had the looks we needed. We just didn't have the quality. We lacked intensity and quality, and tonight we had lots of intensity. And we're just missing some movement. We're missing movement off the ball in how we rotated. We weren't rotating and supporting each other off the ball as well as we want to and need to when we're at home and playing against good teams and good backlines. I felt like we kept trying different things to get momentum, and nothing was sticking there. So credit to Seattle being organised. At the same time, I think the first half was a good look in. I thought we dragged them and stretched them. Oyster and Barnes spent a lot of time outside the areas that they wanted to be in. Just didn't have the moment to be able to change the game in our favour. And second half, it was a new look. We haven't. I think see by possession, the fact that we have 53% possession, that hasn't been us for 4, 5, 6 games. We like to be able to hurt teams when we're in it with the ball, quick, direct, positive, purposeful attacks. We got asked a different question tonight, and we got some work to do to make sure we solve that.
You made 2 pretty attacking subs right after that rain goal, bringing in Simone Charlie and Andresina, which is not, you're down a goal obviously, which is not a position you're in all the time, but that's not something we've seen super often. Can you talk about the decision to do that and the formation change?
Yeah, I think that there's been times where I regret that we delayed as long as we have to make a change, whether it's a player change or formation change. And there's a couple of players I wish I could get on the field tonight. There's a couple of players that I wish we had a few more subs because they've shown quality and given us looks in the central and final third that we needed tonight and couldn't make those. Previously, just felt like we took a bit long to react. Utah was one game. We waited to the last 10-12 minutes to make a change to take some different spaces in the attack, and wanted to take that new Seattle away from home, third game in a row. If they grabbed a goal, they were always going to drop off and sink in, and wanted to make sure we weren't delayed and trying to take advantage of that.
You touched on this a little bit, but talk about the difference playing at home versus on the road, where maybe the opponent is going to go forward more and give you those counter, for lack of better word, chances that really aren't here necessarily at home if the other team's going to sit back and maybe be more patient.
Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant to be back home, and of course our performances and results hopefully can show how much we value being back home. We're fortunate to have an amazing away record and the points that we've got on the board to be in this position. But this is I think an important wake-up call to that we've done a good job so far, and we've got big steps to take, and I know collectively we'll be ready to take them together. And at home you need to be the dominant team. You need to be able to dominate both sides of the ball, and the opposition's going to come in away from home with different tactics, and you've got to be able to solve them, starting with me and the players. And we turn around. We have a great training week this week before we start to break down and get after Orlando.